Cosmas, hello everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I see a couple of hands up and we're going to be addressing all your questions in just a bit. This is the grade 9 and 10 algebra games for the holidays. So you guys need to get yourselves geared up to do all the work. I hope you guys are wearing comfortable shoes because you're going to be doing a bit of running and you're definitely going to need paper and a pen or a pencil or something. So please get ready. We're going to be playing a couple of algebra games. But before we get in there, we need to look at all the rules that are going to be taking place today because there are strict things that we need to do. There are quite a lot of us in this Zoom meet today. So we're going to have to be looking at a couple of rules to go through. First thing we're going to note is that you're going to be answering all your questions on paper because if you get the correct answer, I'm going to ask you to tell us how you solved it. So you need to be able to tell me what you did to get to that correct answer. Okay, and then second, once you found the answer, you need to run and fetch a house object that belongs to that said sum. And I'm going to explain what all of this means in just a bit. You're going to see exactly what I mean because we're going to have a practice round. And once you fetch this particular item that you're looking to find, you need to type the name of the object in the chat, not your name. You need to make sure that you type in the object. And we'll see how all of this works in just a bit. And the first person to type their answer in the chat will be awarded first place and all the points awarded for the sum. Second place will get 2 less points and third place will only be awarded 1 point. But before we get started, we need to look at our check that box. Please remember that you need to have your name displayed correctly. So if your name is not your actual given name, the one that you applied to Watobe with or you signed up to Watobe with, please change it now. And if you need us to help you change it, please make sure that you type in the chat right now so that one of the learning helpers can help you. So Teacher Maralise or Teacher Courtney can help you change your name. Please type it in now. So if you're named 276354, please make sure that you change your name. If you don't know how to change it, Anam, what is your name? If your name is Anam, please type that my name is Anam in the chat, and then the teacher will change it for you. Okay, now make sure you can hear me and your other classmates. You're only going to be unmuting one at a time and only when we allow you to unmute. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I see some of you guys are actually putting your names there in the chat, and that really does help us. Okay.
Sorry, Teacher Coco, can I just
yes.
explain to them? So if you go to where your name appears in the screen, where you see all the faces, and you go to the right-hand corner, you'll see there are 3 dots there. And if you click on those 3 dots and you go all the way down, there's an option to rename. So that's how you rename yourself. Okay, so click on the picture of your face and go down, go to the 3 dots in the right-hand corner, go down, rename, and then rename yourself to your real name, not to a number or laptop or iPhone or anything like that, okay?
Yeah. And if you're still struggling, is exactly what it should be, please, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
If your name is what it should be, no need to tell us.
You don't
it's
need
all
to
good. We can see your name.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So if your name, it's just if your name is something like iPhone or laptop that we want you to change it to your actual name. Okay. The rest of you don't have to put it into the chat. Okay?
You guys don't need to put it in the chat. But thank you very much, guys. Right. Then I'm going to need you guys to make sure that your camera is on. Okay, don't worry, I'm spotlighted. I'm the only person who will be able to be seen. So don't worry about that. And unfortunately, if you have a question, you're going to have to put it in the chat because we will not allow you to unmute for this particular.
Ms. Coco, just some other house issues. If you cannot hear or if you're having an audio problem, go to the left-hand corner and click there to join audio. That should fix the problem. And then secondly, just a reminder, the chat is only for the lesson and for maths issues and maths questions and comments. You're not allowed to put any personal information in the chat or to talk to each other in the chat. Okay, the chat is only there for the lesson, for nothing else. So let's make sure we maintain our manners and that we're kind and nice to each other and that we're going to have a fun lesson with Miss Coco. Okay, so focus on what she's telling you and focus on the game, and that's all you should be worried about right now. If you do, I just also want to explain, if you do put something in the chat that's inappropriate, or if you start talking to other people in the class, or if you put personal information in the chat, I will put you in the waiting room and you will stay there for a little while for a timeout. If you continue to behave inappropriately, we will ask you to leave, okay? So follow the instructions carefully. There's a lot of you tonight. There's about 140 of us this evening. So it's a big class, and I'm sure we all want to give an answer or have our voices heard, but let's remain respectful. If you have anything to say, put your hand up. Once you are done saying that, put your hand down again. So I can see that there are a few hands up at the moment. Teacher Coco will get to that shortly, but if you don't need to have your hand up, then please lower your hand. Don't keep it up the whole time. Okay. Right.
Thank you very much for that, Teacher Marlies. And again, if you do have your hand up and it's because you have a question, please type your question in the chat now while we're looking at the practice question, because we will not be able to take your hands after that. I'm going to need the chat, and I won't be able to let you guys type anything you need to in the chat at that moment. So if your hand is up at the moment and you have a question, please type it in the chat right now as we're looking at the first part of the question. All right. Okay, so we're going to be doing a practice round of this, and it works really simply, guys. I'll need you guys to push your chairs back a little bit because you're going to be doing a bit of running for me. Okay, so this is what our question is going to look like. All right. So, okay. This is the conundrum. I'm going to explain what the conundrum is as we go along in the game. And I need you guys to remember that the conundrum is worth 50 points. And we're going to get to what the conundrum actually looks like. You will notice it as we're playing the game. All right. Now, this is a practice round. And you'll see just now that if I click like this, a question is going to come up. The instruction of the question says, simplify. If x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 8, then 5 multiplied by x minus y is equal to something. So what you're going to do is you're going to scramble, grab your pen and your paper, and you're going to write down the sum quickly, and you're going to try and solve it. And as soon as you have the answer, you have 3 options. The option is either the answer is 2, or the answer is 10, or the answer is 8. Now, if the answer is 2, if you work it out and the answer is 2, you need to get up, run to your bathroom and grab your toothbrush. And as soon as you've got your toothbrush in your hand, I need you to type in the chat, toothbrush. Okay, you type in the word toothbrush. The first 3 people to type in those words, we are going to tag those people as our 3 winners. And dependent on what it is you get, if you get number 1 or number 2, number 3, you're going to get a certain amount of points for those. And only the first 3 people to come back and show us, that's why I need your camera on, we need to see that you actually have the right item in your hand, then you will get your points. And you then have to unmute and explain to me how you got to that answer. All right. If you understand the rules to the game, can you please give me a thumbs up, either in the chat or using your reaction emojis? Okay. I'm getting a lot of mug, cup in the chat, which means you guys understand. Dumelo, remember, we're not typing in the answer. We are typing in either mug or cup or cap or hat or toothbrush. And I'm so happy to see that you guys are getting the right answer. There's not a problem, Dumelo. This is why we have the practice round. So now what I need you all to do, you've all got 60 seconds. I need you to all stand up right now, run to the kitchen and get me a mug. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go get a mug.
You need to go get me a mug, because if I can't see you in the chat holding a mug, then you do not get the points that you need.
Teacher Coco, we do have some new joiners in the waiting room. So let me know when you're ready to let them in and explain the rules again. Yay, okay. Well done.
Oh, awesome.
I see a few cups.
I see a few mugs in there. Thank you so much. And then you guys are doing amazing. Awesome. Then you type in the word mug, and I was already drinking tea, so I already have my mug. I think I won, actually. I won the practice round. I don't know about you guys, but I think I was first. Okay, awesome stuff, guys. All right, so you guys see how the game works, right? It's going to be the fastest feet and the fastest fingers first. So once we have the first 3 people to type in the correct object in the chat, only those 3 people will be asked to help us solve the question. So you need to be really quick at solving and really quick at getting your fingers ready and typing in those answers in the chat. Remember, your camera should be on, because if you type mug in the chat and you don't show me that you're actually holding a mug, you don't get the points. Only those who show me that they're holding it. Thank you so much, Mbungose. I can see your mug. You're like, there we go. Awesome stuff. All right, are we ready? We are finally going to get to our first round. I hope you guys are ready. As soon as it comes up, you guys
sorry, Teacher Coco.
Yes,
we still have people in the waiting. Can we let them in?
You can let them in now. Okay. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay. Awesome stuff, guys. All right. Are we ready for number 1? Make sure you're sitting comfortably so you can get up and run. Round 1 starts now. And this round is for 6 points. So number 1 will receive 6 points. Number 2, the second person to come back and type in the answer will get 4 points. And number 3 will only get 1 point. So you need to be as fast as you possibly can. Are we ready? Let's go. Okay, and I'm waiting. I'm looking at the chat, seeing who's going to get me the right object. Remember, you can't type in the name of the object until you have it in your hand. All right, I'm seeing 2 names. I'm looking for number 3, and awesome. All right, so number 1, I've got Samkelisiwe. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Samkelisiwe, and I've got Zandi, and I've got Vulenda. Now, I need to be able to see your faces, guys. So Samkelisiwe, I need to see that you're holding a towel. Awesome stuff. Okay. Well done. All right, you're going to help us solve this particular question. I want you to see. I want to see how you... Okay. Zandi, I'm going to come look for you, and Vulenda as well. Let's see. Zandi. Oh, I'm going to have to scroll all the way to the bottom to make sure I can get to Zandi. Okay, I think it might be easier. The 3 of you, Samkelisiwe, Zandi, and Vulenda, can you please put your hands up for me? Can you raise your hand, please? I think that's going to be easiest to see you guys. So if you can raise a hand. Okay, Zandi has raised her hand. Thank you very much. And Zandi's holding a towel. Thank you very much. Okay, so Zandi's in second place. Samkelisiwe, I'm sorry, is in first place. And Vulenda, if I cannot see you holding a towel, I cannot award you that 1 point. Okay, you need to show me the towel. I'm giving you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and it has to move on to the next person. Kanye. Oh, Kanye says pan. Okay. I actually think Kanye's correct here, and those who wrote towel are not quite correct. Yes, Kanye's actually first. Hey, man. Yes, so Kanye's first, and those of you who wrote towel, you might not be correct. So we've got Kanye, Yolanda, my goodness, Kanye, Yolanda, and Dumelo. Oh my word. You guys actually got the answer before, the answer correct. So Kanye, okay. Kanye, Yolanda, and Dumelo, can you please put your hands up for me? Dumelo, let me see the pan, please. I need to be able to see the pan. If you don't have the pan, oh, he's only fetching it now, folks. I'm going to have to look for someone else. Yolanda, if you can switch on your camera for me. Okay, Alvarez, if you can show me. I'm seeing Alvarez. Ooh, Tumelo's cheating. He only just fetched his pen. Yolanda, if I cannot see your face, I will not be able to award you your points. Alvarez, if you can, there we go. Yolanda's holding a pen. Okay, and Tumelo, okay, I'm going to give it to you because you only get 1 point. But Kanye's not showing me her camera, so I'm going to need a fourth person. Alvarez, if you can hear me, your name says Alvarez. If you can also raise your hand, and I would like to see your pen, please. Okay, I'm not seeing Alvarez either. Ntokozo is next, so you get to show us. Dumelo, can you show us how you solve the sum, please? Can you unmute and show us how you solve the sum?
Teacher Coco, they won't be able to unmute. I can unmute for you. Who are we? Who do we need to unmute?
He has his hand raised.
Tumelo, okay.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
Tumelo, can you tell us how you got to the answer for pan? Oh, your mic is not, oh, there we go. Yes, sir.
Yes, my mic is broken.
No, that's okay. We can hear you. Go ahead.
So I take PQ and take it and times it with P, then it gives me P to the power of 2Q, and then I take PQ times Q. It gives me positive PQ to power of 2.
To the power of 2. Excellent. Music to my ears. Amazing. Okay, guys.
Yes,
that's okay. You guys need to switch your cameras on. Very well done, Dumelo. I'm going to award you second place because Kanyisile is not here. So you get 4 points. Yolanda, you get 6 points. So we're going to write down your score at the moment. Yolanda is in the lead with 6 points and Dumelo with 4 points. Are we ready for the next one? All right, well done. Let's go for the next one. Okay, now this one is a conundrum round. And now if you feel like you're not going to run around your house looking for that, you can try and solve the conundrum. Okay, but trust me, the conundrum isn't quite as easy as the running around. So, okay, we're going to have to look at this. All right, let's look at the question. You can choose which one you want to do, either the conundrum or the question. But the first people to give me the right object in the chat, holding it in their hands. Okay, I'm getting a couple of answers. Oh, guys, remember, you can't type it in the chat unless you've got it. Okay, Ndabentle, you are our number 1. Please show me. And Tiana, you are our number 2. So I need you guys to please show me your object. Please raise your hand and show me your object in your hand. The correct answer is Sesetu, or Setu is number 3. So I need Ndabentle, and I need Tiana, and I need Setu to show me. Everyone else, I need your hands down, please. Only the 3 people who came in first. You cannot raise your hand unless you were the first 3 to come up. Oh, goodness, what do I do here? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm seeing Tiana's got her toothbrush and Daventa's got her toothbrush. Mohau, you are not one of the 3 that I'm looking for. There's a Setu who needs to show me their toothbrush. If not Setu, then Njabulo, because Setu is not coming up for us. Okay. All right. Well done, guys. That was awesome. Ndabenhle, can you unmute and show us how you got to the answer? You need to unmute, remember.
No, ma'am. So what I did was I basically wrote them out. So I had 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3 in two brackets. And then I multiplied them both and got 4x squared. And then I sort of cut out the second step to adding them together. So I just did 2x plus 3 twice. So that gave me plus 12x. And then I added the 2 at the end, so plus 9. So I got 4x squared plus 12x plus 9.
Excellent. Awesome stuff. Yes. And the reason we do that is because that squared is for the whole thing. So we are multiplying 2x plus 3 by itself 2 times. So you need to write in one bracket 2x plus 3 and in another bracket 2x plus 3. And then you can use the FOIL method to do it. Or if you're familiar with the shortcut like Ndabenhle is, then you can just take 2x, times it by 3 and times it by 2, and that will give you that middle term. Excellent stuff. My two TAs, can you please write Ndabenhle down? He's got 8 points. Guys, remember, if you are solving the conundrum, then you can write the word conundrum in the chat, and then we'll be able to identify you. And there's a word we're looking for. For every right answer that you get for the conundrum, you're going to get 2 letters that will explain what the word we're looking for is, and you can solve for that. Okay. Remember, guys, this is the grade 9 and 10 class. So we're doing algebra because you guys just finished algebra with us. Okay, the answer is toothbrush. I'm seeing some of you guys saying you're a bit confused. What's the answer? The answer is toothbrush. Okay, and very well done, Ndabenhle. You can put your hand down for me. All right, now this one is 10 points. Whoever comes first in this one will be leading the board. Because they will have the most points at this point in time. All right, again, look on the left-hand corner. Okay, look at the left-hand corner. There's a conundrum. So underneath here, there's a question that's going to pop up, and we're going to work out the sum. And I've got 3 options for the answer. So there'll be like toothbrush, pan, or or fork. Whatever you work out the answer to be, you need to get up and go get me that object. And once you have that object, type the name of the object in the chat. And I'm only going to be considering the first 3 people. If you feel like you're not going to be able to solve this one because it's a bit difficult, try the conundrum. All right, I hope you guys are ready. Set. Here we go. That's what we're solving for. Okay. Waiting to see the chat. Vulenda, remember, you need to write out the whole word. Okay. Okay. I think Vulenda was first, and then Onke, and then Njabulo again. Yes. Njabulo's like, okay, he's on fire today, but you need to remember to show us the object. So Vulenda, you need to switch on your camera for me, please, and show me the object. Onke, if you can hear me, please, switch on your camera and show us how you got to the answer, and Njabulo as well. Those are the only 3 people we are considering. We are looking for Vulenda, Onke, and Njabulo. Okay, everyone else, we need to lower our hands. Okay. All right, I'm seeing a pendulo, and Vulenda and Onke are not getting back to me. So Zikona, if you can switch on. Oh, there's Vulenda. Yes. Awesome. You almost lost points. Awesome. Okay, Vulenda is there. And I'm missing Onke. And if Onke doesn't answer us in the next 5 seconds, Zikona, please switch on your camera for me. Okay. Okay, oh, and Zikona is not coming up. But Vulenda, are you going to be able to show us how you solve this? The answer is indeed toilet paper. Can you unmute for me and show me how you got it? Onke, I see your face. Please come through, sir. Please switch on your camera. Vulenda, can you unmute and explain to us how you got to the answer? Teacher Marlies, are we able to unmute Vulenda? There we go. Hi, Vulenda. Can you show us how we solved this one? Let us know.
I'm not sure how I solved it. I was just kidding.
Okay, how did we know that there was a 10, an x, a y to the power of 3, and z to the power of 2? Remember, being able to solve the question and not guess is also part of this. Okay, I'm going to have to ask Njabulo to help you with this one. Oh, Ms. Marlies. I've got Oradilwe giving us the conundrum answer, and he's given us the correct one. If you could please private message him the first 2 letters. Awesome stuff, Oradilwe. Yusuf, try again.
Well done. Well
2
done.
numbers. Very well done, Oradilwe. Njabulo, can you help us?
This is the first
The
question.
conundrum. No, this is the second question for the conundrum.
Second question. Okay.
Yes, so you can give him the second 2 letters. All right. I don't see Njabulo unmuting, but that's okay. Okay, guys. So what we have to do here is we have to look for the square root of each of these numbers and the variables. Now we know that the square root of 100 is 10. And then the square root of x squared. So if we've got a square root, that's the same as like looking for the half power of something. And what we do is we take the square and divide it by how many powers or what the exponent is. So we'd have 2 divided by 2, and that would give us x to the power of 1. And then for y to the power of 6, we would take the exponent 6 and divide it by 2 for the square root, and that would give us y to the power of 3. And z to the power of 4, we would take the square root and the exponent 4 divided by 2, and that would give us z to the power of 2. And that's how we got to that answer. Thank you guys so much. We're going to the next one. All right, very well done to those of you who got the correct answer. All right, now the next one is for 8 points. There's no conundrum for this one, so you guys need to focus on the question. All right. Remember, guys, just because you solve the conundrum doesn't mean you're going to get all the points, because you only get 50 points for the conundrum, but for the whole thing, you're able to, for the whole game, you're able to get up to 80 points, I think 87 points. So if someone can solve the whole game, then they can get more points than the conundrum. So you can't just focus on the conundrum. I hope you know that, Oradilwe, but you're doing a great job. All right, the next question up, and here we go. I'm waiting. I want to see who's first in the chat. Guys, remember, we can't guess. We need to get the correct answer. Oh, I've got one answer. Two answers. Okay. Sure, and this chat is now moving really fast. Okay, let me see. Mojalefa, you are our number 1. Excellent. Mojalefa, if you can raise your hand and unmute. Raise your hand and turn on your camera, not unmute. Njabulo again. Njabulo is just dominating today. Njabulo as well. And Ndabentle, if you can also raise your hand and switch on your camera for me. Those are the 3 people I'm looking for. Okay. Remember, guys, you need to be fast at this. You need to be really moving fast. Very well done. Mujalifa, sir, if you could please unmute for us and let us know how we solved this particular question.
I'm not sure, but
So how would we solve for a question like this?
we have to keep the same variables on the same side and the others on the other side.
Not quite if we've got an x squared, because you're going to get a quadratic and a linear, but I know Ndaventle has the answer. Ndaventle, can you unmute for us and help him out?
So basically what you do is that you would have to put them into two brackets, and the numbers that you'd use would be based off of the multiples of 12, and they have to also add up to 13. So you'd use 12 and 1. So it would be x minus 12 in one bracket, and the next bracket would be x minus 1. And then that would basically give you a first a question, but then it equals 0. So then you'd have to move the numbers to the other side. So it's either x equals 12 or x equals 1.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. But remember, when we are doing FOIL, the middle numbers need to add up to negative 13. So we're looking at the factors of 12 that when multiplied to each together will give us positive 12, but when added together will give us negative 13. That would have been x minus 1 and x minus 12, because we're looking for that negative 13. And because of the zero product law, we'd be equating both of them to 0. So we would have x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 12 is equal to 0. And because we're solving for x, we would move 1 to the other side and 12 to the other side as well. And that is why they are positive and not negative. Please give Ndaventle his 8 points. Mujalifa comes in second. And unfortunately, our third place contestant did not switch on his camera, so he will not be getting the points. Very well done, guys. Honestly, Ndaventle is killing it today. Njabulo is killing it today. You guys need to step up. Okay, are we ready for the next one? Okay, well done, guys. Now we've got another conundrum. Okay, you can either solve for the conundrum or you can solve for the question, but remember, you need to get up and get me the correct object. Are we ready? Let's go. Ooh, I'm seeing answers in the chat. Nkateko, this is not about that at all. It's not about that at all. Okay. If anything, you're trying to do it for yourself. It's not about anyone else. Try your best to solve the questions as fast as you can. You're testing your own skills. Okay. So don't worry too much about it.
Just a reminder to everyone, the chat's only there for answers, not for answers and questions for Ms. Coco, not for any other reason.
Okay. All right. I've got 3 people in mind here because they've given us the correct answers. Busiso, if you could please put up your hand for me and switch on your camera. Zenande as well, and Onke again. All right. So Busiso, Zenande, and Onke, please raise your hands and switch on your camera for me. Those of you whose hands are not up, the conundrum is still there. So if you want to get the answers there for me, if you want to get the answer, you can type conundrum in the chat once you solve this one. Okay. I'm only seeing Onke. If I don't get Zenande and Siso's hands up, he's going to take these 8 points home. Okay.
It's a bit quiet on the conundrum front, Ms. Coco. I wonder, do people know that it's in the left-hand corner here and that you can really...
I don't know, maybe I should be raising it up more. I should have put
wait, here we go. Here's some answers for the conundrum. We had one.
Yes, Tuelike got it correct. Yes, Tuelike, awesome. Please, private message Tuelike.
But wait, I think Oratilwe might have been first. Is it correct?
Tabang, no, I think at the moment.
Oratilwe came in
first, but the answer is not correct, unfortunately.
Oh, it's not correct. Okay. Sorry, Oratilwe.
Sorry about that, but keep trying. Keep trying. All right. Onke. Oh, Zenande is here. Zenande, can you unmute for us and tell us how you got this answer?
I'm going to try to explain to my best, but then I took out the number that goes into 16, 8, and 4, which is 4. And then I also took out the lowest variable for x's, which is x, and then I took out the lowest variable for the y's, which is just y. And then I was left with the rest.
Okay, I'd like to see your spoon, please, madam. Please wave it in the camera for me. Onke, you as well, please, your spoon. There we go, awesome stuff. You did an excellent job explaining that, Zenande, very well done. That is exactly how we do it. We look for the highest common factor, and the highest common factor between 16, 8, and 4 would be indeed 4. And then what you would have left over after you divided through would be 4xy minus 2y plus x. Excellent work. Please award Zenande her 8 points and Onke his 6 points for this one. All right. Okay, guys. All right, guys. I think the rest of you who've answered the conundrum may be cheating a little bit because you would have seen the correct answer from someone else. So unfortunately, we can't award it to you, but we're going to continue. All right, guys, remember, this is a race for the fastest. Those of you who have your hands up now, please put them down. Unfortunately, you cannot raise your hand at the moment. You have to wait until you get the correct answer. Okay, let's go. Next round for 6 points, which means it should be an easy solve. Let's go. Simplify. Wikemiseto, please put your hand down. You need to solve the question first. I see some of you out here cheating. You need to solve the question, go get the object, and then come back and show it to me before you type it in the chat. All right. I've got one answer. Oh, awesome. You guys are super fast. All right. Tembani, Nokubonga, and Mujalefa, please raise your hands and switch on your cameras for me. I hope you have mom's or dad's shoes in your hands. Please show me mom or dad's shoe on the camera. I would like to see. I hope it doesn't fit on your foot. You need to make sure it's mom and dad's shoe and not your own. Okay. Nokubonga, tell mom she has great taste. Tembani too. Mujalefa, where is mom or dad's shoe? Oh, if you don't have the shoe, unfortunately, we can't give you the point. I'm going to have to look for the next person to give us the correct answer. Setu again. Setu. All right. Well done. Tembani, can you unmute for us, please, and tell us how you got to the answer?
So I first said 16 divided by 4, which gives us 4. Then I said 2 minus 1, which gives us 4x. Then I said minus 12 divided by 4, which is 3.
Okay, your answer is correct. But unfortunately, the process is not. Okay, so if Nokubonga and Mujalefa can tell us what we were supposed to do in the correct order, they will come first and you will come second. Tembani, do not leave. Nokubonga, can you tell us how we would solve this question? Can you unmute for us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Perfect.
Well, I just did it in my brain. I just processed it all and went like 4x into 16 is 4, and then 4 into 12 is just 3. Then that's how I got my answer. I just worked it in my mind.
Okay, well, you see the process there is not quite right because we have a negative in between the two. We cannot cancel across terms. We need to make sure we have one term first before we cancel. Mujalefa, how would we solve for this question? Okay.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I hear you fine. Go for it.
I said 16x squared divided by 4, which gave me 4x. And then I said 4x divided by negative 12x. Negative 12x divided by 4x, and it gave me 3. Negative 3.
I think that's okay, Miss Coco.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm going to give you guys the points in that order. Tembani gets 6, Nokubonga gets 4, and Mujalefa gets 1. But guys, remember, if there's a minus or a plus in between two terms, you cannot just cancel across. So at the top, we need to look for the highest common factor. And you guys will note that I can take 4x out the top. Okay, 4x is common in both 16x squared and in negative 12x. So if I take 4x out, I'm going to have 4x minus 3 left over. Only then can I cancel the 4x on the outside of the brackets with the 4x at the bottom. And that's how we have 4x minus 3 left. We cannot just cancel through the minus. Okay, but I'm going to award you the points anyway. Thank you. Tomani says common factor. Remember, Tomani, we're only answering the questions in the chat. Okay, we're only answering the questions, but you're very correct. We're supposed to take up a common factor. All right, the next round, are we ready? Okay, let's go for it. It says expand. Let's see who can get this one. Aisha, I'm hoping to see your hand up soon because you always look like you're solving all of the questions coming up. Okay. Oh, I'm loving how everybody's got this question correct. Awesome. All right. So I've got Kelly, and I've got Yusuf, and I've got Sibusiso. These three people, please raise your hands and switch on your cameras for me. I've got Kelly, Yusuf, and Sibusiso. Yusuf, please show me your mug. I need to see your mug. Awesome. Yes, I will take a cup. A cup is fine. I'll take that. I'm waiting for Kelly, and I'm looking for Sibusiso as well. I'm going to give you guys 5 more seconds, and if the 5 seconds roll over, I'm going to give it to the next 2. 4, 2, 1. Davente, please put your hand up and switch your camera on and show me your mug. And Bongumus, I think, no, Bongumsano Batu. I hope I said that correctly. Okay, Davente is up. Thank you very much, Bongu. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Bongu's next. Okay. And if you do not put your hand up, I have an Oratile who needs to put their hand up for me, please. Oratile. Okay. Guys, if your name has not been called, you cannot raise your hand. Oh, no, we need to go back. All right. Very well done, guys. Yusuf, I can't see your camera on. I did see your mug though. Can you please unmute and tell us what you did for this question? There we go.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
So basically, first I took what you call the x, and then I multiplied it with the 3x, right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
And then I took the what you call the y, and I multiplied that with the other y.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if I did the correct steps, eh?
But you got to the correct answer, so I'm assuming somewhere you did do the right thing. And then Davente is dying to give us the answer. I see him. He's like, here, ma'am, I know how to get to the answer. And I know, Davente, that you do know the answer, but I'm going to ask Oratile. I know you're going to come up again, and I'll ask you again. I'm so sorry. Oratile, can you unmute? Thank you, Yusuf. You will still get your points. You did give us the correct answer. So Yusuf comes in second. No, actually, I think Yusuf comes in first, and then Davente, and then Oratile.
Can we give Khwedi a chance, ma'am?
Okay. Khwedi, can you show us how we got to the answer?
First of all, for the mark, I added 3. I multiplied 3x and x, so it gave me a positive 3x squared, and then I multiplied x with y, and it gave me negative x. No, yeah, it gave me positive xy. So, and then after that, I multiplied negative y with 3x, positive 3x, and it gave me negative 3xy. After that, I multiplied y with negative y with positive y, so it gave me negative y squared. So, and then after that, I put the like terms together. I say 3x squared minus x plus xy minus 3xy, and then minus y squared. So the answer gave me 3x squared minus 2xy, and then minus y squared.
Excellent. That was beautifully explained. Wonderful stuff. And
Thank
that's
you,
exactly
ma'am.
how we solve that. We use the FOIL method. Well done, Khoi. Very well done. Okay. Awesome stuff, guys. All right. Are we ready for the next one? The next one comes with a conundrum. Okay. So if you're not feeling like solving or running around, I'm loving that you guys are running around though. I'm getting your exercise in for the day. All right. Let's look at the next one. Okay. This one is worth 10 points. So it might be a little bit more tricky. But if you're not feeling up to running, try the conundrum. All right, there we go. Solve for x. I'm seeing an answer in the chat. I hope you got to the correct answer. Oh, guys, I'm so glad that you guys are actually solving these so quickly. Tueliche, we need the name of the object and not the answers themselves, please. And you need to have the object sitting right in front of you. Okay, I've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, awesome. I've got my 3. I've got Evans, and I've got Lehodi, and I've got Yolanda. Can you please raise your hands and switch on your cameras for me? Okay, Evans, I know you've been dying to get on this board. Well done. Well done. I need to be able to see your object, please. Let me see it. Excellent. Yolanda, your camera for me, please. Ah, awesome stuff, guys. All right, the answer is actually a salt shaker. Evans, can you unmute for us and tell us how we got to this answer? Actually, I'm going to walk you through it because it's a little, the explanation takes quite a bit. Okay. All right, so if you can unmute for me and we're going to walk through it together. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is move everything over to one side, right? So we can get it in standard form. So what would standard form look like?
The standard form now will be like 3x squared minus 15x.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other side will be left with negative 18 only because it doesn't have an x. Né?
Ooh. Actually, the standard form would be taking the negative 18 over to the other side and have plus 18. Okay, because in that case, do we see a common number between 3x squared, 15x, and negative 18? Is there a common number there between them?
No.
Oh, there is. It's 3. Do you not see it?
Yeah, it's 3.
It's 3. So we're going to divide through by 3. So my standard form should read 3x squared minus 15x plus 18 is equal to 0. And then I should divide through by 3. And that's going to give me x squared minus 5x plus 6. If I said x squared minus 5x plus 6 and I wanted to solve for x, what would I have to do in that case?
When?
Ooh. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can help me. Lehodi, can you help him? Okay. Teacher Marlies Oradilwe has solved the conundrum again.
That's wonderful. Let's see.
Lehodi, can you help him out with the question? Yeah.
So this is
number 5.
He needs the next letter.
Yeah,
Hey, okay.
Yeah. If you can give him a clue as to who it is as well, him or her, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so guys, the way we would solve this is we would take everything over to the left-hand side, and then we'd get 3x squared minus 15x plus 18. And if we divide through by 3, we're going to get x squared minus 5x plus 6. And that gives me a trinomial, which I can factorize. So I'd open up 2 brackets. Lordy, do you know what I would have in my 2 brackets?
Ma'am, is it x minus 2 or in brackets, and the another one is x minus 3?
Excellent, exactly. So we'd have 2 brackets with x minus 2 and x minus 3. And because we're solving for x, we would equate them both to 0. And then what answers would you get, Lordy?
X minus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0.
And then x would be equal to?
X is equal to 2, or x is equal to 3.
Excellent stuff. Beautiful. Okay, well done, guys. Well done. You are going to get your points 100%. Evans gets 10 points, Lordy gets 8 points, and Yolanda, you get 1 point, unfortunately, but you need to step it up. I'm looking at the answers for the conundrum, and only Oratile has given us the correct answer, guys, but keep trying for the conundrum. Okay, I think you still have a chance to do it. All right, guys, I think we're going to run out of time, so we're going to try one more for today. But you guys are going to have to brush up on your skills, because on Thursday, we're going to be continuing. But what you're going to have to do with the objects is going to be completely different. Okay, so you won't just have to run and get me a salt shaker. I'm going to ask you to take your salt shaker, put it on your head, and like wiggle, 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 wiggle in the camera. And that's what you're going to have to do for me. Otherwise, you're not going to get the right, the marks, the points. Okay, all right, we're going to try for one more. This one also has a conundrum. So guys, if you're not confident with the question that we're doing, try the conundrum. Trust me, some of them are pretty easy and you can get quite easily. Okay. All right, here's the next one. Ooh, exponents. Oh, now you have to remember. Oh, what did I say about exponents again? And there's our conundrum. Onke seems to be guessing. Guys, remember, you need to solve and you need to get up and get me the object. So you need to be able to tell me that you show me that you've got the object in your hand. Okay. All right, guys, I think I've got my 3 contestants. Very well done. Can I get Njabulo and Ndaventle and Ntsika? Please raise your hands and switch your cameras on and show me what you've got. Guys, remember, if your name is not called, you cannot raise your hand. Okay, Njabulo, Ndaventle, and Ndaventle's literally got his cup on his head and he's like swinging around and around. Very well done. Oh, you guys are dominating today. Guys, if I didn't call your name, quickly have a look at the conundrum because it's worth 50 points. You guys did excellently, Ndaventle. I'm going to give you a chance to solve for us, to tell us how we solve for this. Okay. All right, if you can unmute for me, please, sir, and show us how you got to the answer.
Okay, so what I did was, from the previous, when we learned about this, it was 3x, 3 to the power of x plus 3 equals 243. So then you have to put it in exponential form, I think. So it's 3 to the power of 5. And then since they now have the same basis, you can remove those and you'll just have x plus 3 equals to 5. And then you'd move the 3 over, so it become x equals 5 minus 3, which is x equals 2, and that's the class.
Dude, I think you should teach this class. I think you've got it. Honestly, amazing stuff. Please, 10 points for Njabulo. No, wait, Njabulo came first. Yes, Njabulo gets 10 points. Ndaventle gets 8 points, and Ntsika gets 1 point for this one, guys. Keep it up. Awesome stuff. All right, I've got answers for the conundrum in the chat. Teacher Maralise, a couple of you guys actually got it right. Well done. Zinande, you have figured out the conundrum. There's someone called Pisamela. You've also figured it out correctly. Tapiwa has also got the conundrum. Tubelihle, if you can put your answer for us in the chat, and Unati. And yeah, okay. And then I'm going to add one more. Did you get those names, Teacher
Can you
Marlies?
repeat those, please, Ms. Coco?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you Zenande got the answer correct. So if you look for anybody else who gave the same answer as Zenande at 5:57, anyone after 5:57 might have been copying, so we can't give them the answer.
Okay, but some of them haven't had one clue yet, so
sure. Okay. So if you can give them
yeah.
2 letters, any 2 letters of your choosing, and a fact or a clue about who this person
And
that
what is the correct answer for this one?
36 and 48.
Okay, let me just give me a moment to do that scoring.
Okay. Sure, no problem. All right, but well done, guys. See, the conundrum isn't so bad. Untatile and Portia, unfortunately, we cannot give it to you. Progress and Mange as well. But guys, thank you so much. This is our time. We're at literally 5:59. I'm very appreciative of you guys 100% following the rules and having so much fun with us. I hope you guys are ready to remember how the game works. For Thursday, we're going to have questions much like this. So on our leaderboard, we're going to have a couple of people already sitting there, and we're going to be looking at our leaderboard first thing on Thursday to continue. So the game isn't over, guys. It's not over. Just go back and brush up on your algebra. Remember everything that teacher Jennifer taught you guys, and I believe teacher Peter also teaches grade 10, correct? Or is it all teacher Jennifer's classes, grades 9 and 10? Can't remember who teaches those 2 classes, but guys, go brush up on your algebra. Go brush up on your algebra, and we're going to come back to this next week. The game is not over for you. If you are not on our leaderboard, you still have a chance to redeem yourself, and we're going to be doing a bit of dancing in the next one. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We'll find out on Thursday who's sitting at the top of our leaderboard. I'm still going to go tally up your marks. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. You are such
well done, guys.
Well
Thanks for being so well behaved.